I just ended a live stream. As soon as I ended it, this happened right in front of me. Oh, 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 I just hit a curb.
345 you're involved in that, okay?
It's literally just happened right in front of me, y'all. I just ended a live stream and this happened right in front of me. They're pulling him out of the car. I just ended the live stream and there's a traffic stop right in front of me. They're pulling the guy out of the car. There we go. We got a parking spot. Just ended the live stream and this happened. Let's go. Here we go. As soon as I hit in live, shit popped off right in front of me. Let's go. Here we go. As soon as I ended the live stream, these freakers, they were chasing this guy. They pulled out right in front of me. There they are right there. As soon as I hit in live, this shit happened. Were y'all just in my live stream? As soon as I ended it, this happened. They're already pulling this guy out. This happened right in front of me. That was insane, dude. I'm glad I started it over, man. Here we are. Give me a 1 if y'all were just in the live stream like 2 minutes ago. Yeah, we're at the Strand. Got all these girls behind me wondering, who is this guy? Hey. What's up, y'all? This was strange, dude. As soon as I ended the live stream, I'm repeating myself. She thinks I'm Bruce. That's my friend.
Oh, you're not Bruce?
I'm Harvey.
Is it who?
Harvey. She thought she knew where I was.
Drive around, no lights on.
That's what y'all jerked him out of the car for? Huh? You smelled it? What are y'all gonna do when they legalize weed, man? Y'all aren't gonna have any excuses anymore. They jerked him out of the car. They jerked him out of the car and they're searching his car because no lights and they're smelling weed. That's what I like about Nino. At least Nino will tell me what's going on. I don't always have to agree with it, but at least he'll tell me what's going on. I'm so disappointed. Bruce is more famous than me down here. I hear more sirens. This video is going to be demonetized because they're playing copyrighted music behind me. Not demonetized, copyright stricken. Oh, this girl just walks up on a traffic stop. Hey,
Hey,
how's it going?
what's up?
I record the police all the time.
Do you?
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel. You want to check it out?
I don't know. I'm a videographer myself.
Oh,
so I was
cool.
curious.
I'm Harvey. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Allison.
Alice.
I was just curious what you were doing.
Yeah, I'm live on YouTube right now.
What about the poor fella getting arrested?
Is he getting arrested?
Or whatever. You know?
He was driving with no headlights. They pulled him over and smelled weed, and that's then turned into this.
You put it on the internet?
Yeah, I'm live streaming right now on
What about his
YouTube.
dignity, you know?
Oh,
You don't care?
these cops are recording this too right now.
Fair, but like internal use. Where
Huh?
do you go? YouTube?
I'm live streaming on YouTube right now.
On YouTube? Or is
Yeah.
it on Facebook?
I'm on YouTube right now, and I'm on Facebook too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, pull your phone out. I'll show you where I'm live streaming.
Where do you live stream?
But see, here's the thing. I get what you're saying, and a lot of people ask me, well, how would you like it if people recorded you at work? Okay, well, here's the thing. If I'm unhappy with a private business,
Yeah.
that business is going to lose money, and I have the choice not to use that business anymore. Okay, we don't have any choice but to do business with the cops.
Correct. Yeah.
And whether they do good or bad, we have to do business with them. So we should be able to keep an eye on them.
So you
It's our tax dollars that pay for them as well.
Fair.
Yeah.
So you hang out here and record wild things that occur?
This actually no, I don't hang out here. I was
Or like around,
I was
yeah.
driving by and just happened to see this.
Galveston.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's very small.
my Uber's here.
All right,
Hey,
nice meeting
good
you.
luck.
Yeah, check my YouTube channel out. It's Harvey Freebird.
Harvey Freebird.
Yeah,
See ya.
y'all be careful. The old "what about the guy's dignity" speech. All this because of a smell, y'all. Y'all believe that shit? Oh, that one in the trunk. Jesus, man. See, this is the kind of shit I don't agree with, man. They smell weed and now they're just going, this is an invasion of privacy, man. And he's not just doing a quick search through. He's like lifting the carpets and shit up. He's pulling speaker covers off and shit, man. This is very invasive. Everybody's leaving. Nino's still like talking to him like he's a little kid. This is ridiculous if you ask me, man. I mean, tell the guy to turn his freaking headlights on and let him go. Yeah, he's leaning in on him, man. He's like, look, I'm giving you a break. Lick my boots. Nina's one of the better officers out here, but this is trash. I don't like this shit. Damn, all that over a smell, Nino?
They have a THC cartridge and weed cartridge.
Good Lord. Crime of the century.
Well, that's why we have restrictions.
So did you remember what the Fourth Amendment was yet? They're pulling people over left and right now. All right, we started a new live stream. We can ride around some more now. I'm glad I ended that one, man. I'm literally hearing another traffic stop. I can't tell if it's in front of me or behind me. That girl that walked up to me, she was being really nice and smiling, and then she's like, well, what about the guy's dignity? Well, what? I'm sure it's going to hurt the police's dignity that they tore his speaker covers off of his door because they smelled weed. How ridiculous is that? There's cops everywhere. Let's go see what's going on at the police bar. I'm glad I started that over, man. Every one of the live streams that I started tonight, they all had banger shit right at the beginning. I think this is the third or fourth one. Banger cop watch at the beginning, and then a little riding around. Let's put this back up here. We're good to go for another hour now, y'all. What's up, girl with the camera? Gloria, what's up? Lynn, what's up? Yeah. Yeah, I don't agree with. That's what they do, though, man. That's the way they're trained. They would have arrested that guy with that for that weed if I wouldn't have been there. They should have just pulled the guy over and said, look, man, you know your freaking headlights are off. Turn your damn headlights on. Make sure the guy didn't reek of alcohol. Make sure he wasn't slurring his words and just, you know. That was a little overboard. They opened his door. I've got it on my dash camera. Wait a minute. That was right after I ended my live stream. So no, I didn't catch it on my dash camera. I'm wrong. I did not catch it on my dash camera because I had this phone up here live streaming where my dash camera normally is. And I had just stopped my live stream. But when that happened right in front of me and I rode by, they were opening his door and pulling him out of the car. As soon as they walked up to the window, they opened his door and pulled him out. I witnessed it with my own eyes because they, quote unquote, smelled marijuana. And then they justified, you heard Nino, he justified all that shit that they just did. He justified that to him and everybody in the police force. That's justified because he found a vape pen with THC. There's the cop. Look, sitting in my spot. This is the bar, Buckshots, police owned, and the cops are always sitting out here staking it out. I'll show y'all in a minute. I don't know if y'all can just see that police officer that was just parked right there. He's sitting there because he just heard me say that I was going to come over here, and he doesn't want me to freaking get that parking spot. Why are they so... Give me a 1 if y'all were with me last night when I documented what happens at this bar. Or heard me talk about what goes on at this bar. Okay. Now, as soon as I pull up, there's police parked right outside watching that bar. Now, what I told everybody last night, and I'll go over it again. If I remember right, it's a retired police officer who owns that bar. All cops and bootlickers hang out in there and they get shit-faced drunk. The police will sit out here at 2 o'clock, the cops, and they'll give all the drunk girls courtesy rides home. There's another cop right there. There's 2 cops right there. They're infested in this area. Here's one right here to the left. He just turned right. I'm not going to mess with this camera and try to zoom in very much like I did last night, because I noticed it looked better when I just left it alone. But here's the thing. Say if I go into this bar and get shit-faced drunk, I'm not one of them. I'm not a cop and I'm not a bootlicker. Okay? The people inside the bar will call the police outside, let them know, hey, such and such guy's in here. He's got on a fuck the police shirt. He's drunk. We're going to follow him out, tell you what car he gets into, and then I will get arrested leaving this bar, or they'll catch me with public drunk outside the bar, or they'll beat the shit out of me. There's a cop sitting right there watching the bar. That's where I was parked last night. Or they'll beat the shit out of me, and then when the police show up, they'll say that I'm the one that started all the shit. So they're watching my live stream right now. So why are they sitting out here watching this bar? And last night when I was sitting here watching it, the police just kept riding by, and then they made a diversion. They turned on their lights and sirens 2 blocks away to get me to leave. And then as soon as I came back, there was a cop, like, he was backed into where I was at, and as soon as I pulled in, he hauled ass out of there. So I thought about it last night. I was like, what was he doing when I pulled back up, that he had to park there real quick and haul ass out of there? And I'll tell you what it is. He was picking up one of those drunk ass girls. So that's what they do, man. They use that bar and they prey upon women in there, and the police make sure all their blue line buddies and cops don't get harassed and they don't get pulled over. They make sure that they get out of there without harassment. But if you're not one of them, they target you and will harass you and arrest you. Or they'll beat your ass and call the police and blame everything on you, and you get arrested. And then all the cops show up out there at 2 o'clock. They'll be sitting in the middle of the road parked, and they try to pick up these young drunk girls that come out of there, offer them rides home, and then take advantage of them. There's a cop right in front of us. I don't understand. Those guys were sitting in the same exact spot where I was parked last night, and they're sitting there just watching my live stream. There's another cop right there, coming up on me right now. Right there to the left. What the hell are y'all doing? Get to work. I'm telling you, man, there's some shady shit going on at that freaking bar with these cops, man. There's a cop right in front of me. Just turning right now. He's flipping a bitch right here in front of the bar. Look to the left. There's a cop right here on the left parked in my parking spot. What the heck are they doing, man? They're making it so obvious that some weird shit's going on here, man. And then look, if these girls that are drunk leaving out of here, they take a ride with these cops, and then the cops take advantage of them, who are they going to report the crime to? You see what I'm saying? Most of them probably won't even report it because they know they're cops. But that's what's going on, man. And that's just a theory of mine. I don't have any proof or evidence. But it's just weird how these cops hang out outside this bar every night when they close like vultures, man. And me and Bruce have been out here. They won't do it if they know I'm sitting there live streaming because they can see my live stream. But I remember last summer, me and Bruce were on the public sidewalks just walking around with our phone in our hands, static recording. And the cops would just all park in front of that bar and they would give courtesy rides. But they were only giving the young, drunk, attractive girls rides home. And they're very selective on who they bring home. I mean, why else are these cops sitting outside that bar like vampires, man? I done lost my bearings, man. Okay, I know where I'm at. There's another cop right there. There's another cop right there. That was a Texas, not Texas Ranger. That was a DPS cop. There's another cop. As soon as he just shined his spotlight on something. I mean, they're just swarming this one square block, and they're parked outside that bar. It's so weird, man. Documented it last night too, man. I sat in the same parking spot for 30, 45 minutes, and every 2 to 3 minutes I'd have 3 or 4 cops ride by me. Now look, that cop just parked right here, right by the bar. Look, there's one right here on the right. Right there. Now look at this. And y'all, there's the bar right there. Now look what happens when I turn my camera to the left. There's 2 of them parked right there. What the heck is going on here, man? Only at this bar they do this shit. Now there's another one. What the heck are y'all doing, man?
Bar closed already.
Huh?
Bar closed.
What are y'all doing? Picking up all the young girls?
We're trying to make circles, make sure people Uber instead of drink and drive.
Hey, y'all get back to work. There's another cop right there. Look, there's a freaking 20, 30 bars down here downtown. They only hang out outside that particular bar that's owned by police. Something weird's going on there, man. And then look, the other night, when I found that Christmas party that all the cops had inside of a old abandoned lumber warehouse, they were all playing poker and all getting drunk in there. When they realized I was outside live streaming and they all left, they were all hollering to each other, "Meet you at Buckshots, let's go to Buckshots." Yeah, give me a 1 in the chat if y'all were there with me the night that I found their secret Christmas party. Did y'all see that? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. They're pissing me off because they're parked where I was parked last night and I could see everything that was going on. Now I can't find a place to park where I can monitor and watch. And they know every move I'm making before I make it because I'm live streaming. This is why I never used to live stream and ride around, because I didn't want them knowing what I'm doing. But I'm to the point now where I really don't care, man. I really don't care. The point of this live stream is just to entertain all of us, including me, because I'm bored as shit too. Hell yeah, all kind of ones. Pushed up on my spot, man. So you heard what Nino said? Making sure drunk people get a Uber home. Yeah, they're Uber. These cops are allowed to give courtesy rides to whoever they want, whenever they want. It's their discretion. A lot of departments have a policy they're not allowed to give citizens or members of the public rides. Galveston does not have that policy. Galveston has a policy that they are allowed to. And I think it's a good policy, but what these guys are doing is they're only using this policy to try to pick up these young girls leaving this bar drunk. And that's my opinion. Still just sitting there in that one spot, watching my live stream. I'm gonna roll the window down and talk to him.
What's up?
You okay?
Huh?
You okay?
Doing great, you?
I got a call that y'all were being suspicious over here.
Is it a misdemeanor or felony?
Well, I don't know yet. I'm just investigating.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What are y'all doing?
Sitting here for bar close.
Why are y'all watching this bar, man? It's kind
Making
of.
sure no shenanigans happen.
And there's another cop parked right there.
Yeah, you're right.
But here's my question: out of the 20 to 30 bars that are downtown, why are y'all always right here at this bar?
A lot of fights happen here. This is the one.
That's the one that's owned by the retired police officer.
No, he's not.
That's what I heard.
It's his brother.
It's his brother.
Police officer's brother or something like that.
Okay, a police officer's brother.
Something like that. There's a lot of fights down here.
Yeah. Imagine that.
'Cause that's where all the young slickers go.
Imagine that, though.
The more the more tame people go to the tsunamis and the yagas.
Yeah.
Those are the young ones, the college bucks.
I mean, it makes sense, man. The one bar that's the most affiliated with the police is the most violent. It makes sense.
Yeah, that sounds pretty conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Ask the people that come out, are they a cop?
No, I know, man. I've been here before, man. It is. You're right. It is very violent. They beat the shit out of people all the time. I know.
Sounds like you're throwing some conspiracies out there.
They are theories.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just theories. But yeah, me and Bruce were out here last summer just hanging out on the sidewalk. And yeah, we saw several fights.
It happens.
And another thing is these people that leave out of here after 2 o'clock in the morning, a lot of them can barely walk. Yeah, but that doesn't happen at any of the other bars. So you're saying the guy who owns this, his brother is a cop?
I don't know if he still owns it, but he owned it at one point. Something like that.
Bruce told me it was a retired police officer. But one thing we both agree on is
He might have been a police officer at one point. I don't know. He might have also been a police officer. I don't know, though.
Yeah, but we both agree that this bar is affiliated with the police. And remember the Christmas party?
As affiliated as any other bar.
Well, remember the Christmas party that y'all had a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
When everybody left there, all the cops were saying they were going here.
That don't mean anything.
This is y'all's bar, man. Don't act dumb.
I can say I've never been here
Uh-oh.
on a non-duty.
I'm surrounded by cops.
On a non-duty related.
All right, I'm blocking the street, man. I'm actually breaking the traffic law. I'm gonna move.
A lot of the cops like a two-step, too.
Yeah.
Two-step Texas swing.
All right, I got somebody that donated. They want to ask you a question.
What's that?
Oh, never mind. They were just saying thank you for doing what I'm doing.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, so y'all giving courtesy rides home?
No. Maybe. Probably not, though.
Only if they're young and real drunk and good looking women.
That sounds like another conspiracy that you're making up.
It is. It's my theory.
Okay.
I don't
Never shut up.
I don't have enough.
To talk too much.
I don't have enough evidence, but
Okay.
it is a theory. It's my theory.
Alrighty.
It's a theory that just got me a tip.
There you go.
There
All
you go.
right.
Make your money.
All right. Nah, man. Y'all can't tell me that this ain't weird what's going on right here. And he's right. This is the worst bar, and this is the bar that's affiliated with the police. And look, there's another one sitting right there. If any other bar, right there, if any other bar, and damn it, man. if any other bar served people to the point where they couldn't walk out of the bar when they're leaving, I mean, that bar would be shut down by ABC, not ABC, Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. And look, I'm not promoting big government here, but it's just, this is like the sovereign citizen thing, man. They get away with the shit, but if anybody else did it, they would get shut down. So, that bar doesn't catch any shit from the government. And look, if the Bureau of Alcohol and Tobacco and Firearms clamps down on the rest of these bars and makes it harder for them to do business, then that's going to give that bar more business. Yeah. And if people think, hey, look, we should go to Buckshot's because they'll let us drink as much as we want, and they make the drinks stronger, and we're protected by the cops there, that's making that bar more popular. All right, I just got a tip. Who's it from? Shaggy Hippie Dog. Gas money. Hey, thanks, dude. I appreciate that $5. Yeah, man. It's just, so that bar has the reputation of being anything goes. And there is fights every weekend, because what happens is the people that go in there and they're not affiliated with the police and they're not licking boots, they get their ass beat and they throw them out, and those cops that are sitting right out there arrest the outsider. That's what's going on. That's why they're all sitting out there. And I'll tell you another thing, they're sitting out there because the people inside are like, okay, this guy was in here, he had a fuck the police shirt on, he's drunk, he's wearing a fuck the police shirt. You know, they're doing that kind of shit in there, man. So those cops are sitting outside waiting for these people to come out that have been identified from the cops inside. They can try to downplay it all they want. Hey, thanks for the membership, Gloria. But something weird's going on. I mean, that says a lot, man. Even though everybody knows that bar is the bar with violence, and it's associated with police. So much to the point that the cops literally have to waste. That's another thing, y'all. If any other bar in this area had a reputation as bad as this bar, and the police had to waste all these resources on one bar, they would shut that freaking bar down. But no, that's not what's happening. They are offering protection to this bar. They're making sure nobody, and dude, I mean, this rabbit hole could go on for miles and miles and miles. The bar owner inside is probably giving these police officers kickbacks for doing what they're doing. So here we are. Here is the bar in question. There's literally bars everywhere around me, left, right, behind me. But when we get here, all the cops are here. There's one to the left. They're still in the same spot. There's one right there to the left. We got to find a damn parking spot, man. There's a driveway right there. Let's check out all these people leaving. They're all wearing the same kind of shirt. Oh, there's another cop. There's 3 of them sitting here, man. One on each corner. Let's flip a bitch and go back. There was 3 cops sitting there, and I was only able to document 2 of them for y'all. Hey, whoever just did that last membership thing, that was cool. Let me go back and see. Tiff, thank you, Tiff, for that. Midwest gave me the membership. Sorry. Okay, thanks, Midwest. Yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy theories that can run down this rabbit hole. I'm telling you what, I have a lot of people emailing me that want to go cop watching and just be affiliated with the cause. I'm gonna send an undercover in this freaking bar one night, and I don't care if they hear me saying it on the live stream. Sending somebody in there with a hidden camera real soon. This could get good, y'all. And I know they're all sitting here listening. I'm gonna send somebody in there with a hidden camera with a blue line shirt on. Okay, there's one. Okay, there he is. There's the other one. This is just weird, man, that the city has to waste this much resources on this bar because it's got such a horrible reputation. And this bar is affiliated with the police department. And there's another one. It's parked right here. Not sure who that is. He was watching my live stream. I could see him looking down at his phone. Man, that sign says no parking right there, man. I don't know if I'm allowed to park here, man. Tell you what. I'm not gonna sit here very long. Hey man, I missed a donation, man. Somebody, I just looked, I've got $18.97. I missed, let's go back and see if we can catch who did that. Shaggy Hippie 5. Girl with a camera 5. Thanks, girl with a camera. There's still $9 from somewhere. All right, look, if I didn't say thank you for the tip, I appreciate it. I'm gonna move, man. I don't really like just sitting here, man. I can't see what I want to see. It's just weird, man. And for them to be parked in the exact spot that I was in last night, man, it just shows that they're just being suspicious, and it shows they're hiding something. And Calderon, make sure you share, like, and subscribe on all my videos, man, because it's obvious you've been watching my videos. When I told him he was looking suspicious, he used my own line back on me, which is cool. Just goes to show that you support my channel and you watch it. And y'all are all watching right now, and I appreciate it. Just make sure you hit the thumbs down button, because that also engages the algorithm. You can hit the thumbs up, but I know most of you cops are going to hit the thumbs down, and it works just as good. Become a member. I got some really great videos for members only. Okay, look, let me show you guys the rest of the bars. This whole street right here is full of bars, and none of them, look, there's a bar right there. There's 2 bars right there. Okay, there's 3 bars right there to my right. There's 3 bars right here to my left. All these people are out here. They're all drinking too, but nobody here is fighting and getting so drunk that they can't walk, and they don't have 3 police cars parked right outside. This whole street right here is lined with nothing but bars. There's another bar right there. There's another bar right there. There's another, okay, never mind, that's a donut shop. You guys get my point here? How come none of these other bars have the problems that this bar that's owned by, that's affiliated with the police has? Sounds like Columbia. Yeah, and look, man, y'all, this is a matter of great public interest. Why is all of our tax dollars being spent right now for these police officers hanging outside of this one bar? And this ain't one night a week. This is every freaking night this bar is open. The police officers swarm to this bar like flies on shit, man. They don't care about any of these other bars. It's unbelievable, man. There's a lot of crooked corruption in Galveston, man. And all these people that are driving around drunk right now in this neighborhood, they're not even concerned about catching any drunk drivers in this neighborhood right now. Their concern is to sit and just park on this bar. And run their little rackets that they've been running. They're probably getting paid by the bar and by the taxpayers at the same time right now. Man, I done got turned around, man. This is not my home city, man. I get turned around real easy in these neighborhoods, and I am turned around right now. I made one too many rights or one too many lefts. I'll tell you what, man, I'm starting to get freaking hot in here too. I'm sweating. Just passed another bar. This is a bar right here. It's very quiet and nice and peaceful outside of all the other bars. They're just making sure that they clean up the violence as soon as it happens, is what they're doing. Making sure their buddies get away with it. There we got an officer right there that just pulled out. Okay, I know where I'm at now. I see where I'm at. I think. Damn, it got freaking hot in here, man. No, I went the wrong way. I think it's one more street up. Anyhow, man, what time is it, man? I ain't sitting out here all night doing this, man. I just wanted to show y'all, man, it's every night. And last night I was out here, I documented people leaving this bar. They couldn't even freaking walk. They were so drunk. Okay, this is it right here. Okay, it must be after 2 because all the cops are gone now. And I missed them picking up the freaking shit. What time is it, man? I guarantee you it's after 2. It's 1:55. Okay, here they are. They're right here next to me. There they are. Nope, that ain't a cop. I'm wrong. I really like this parking spot over here better, man. So that's why those cops are gone now, because they picked up whoever they were waiting on. They're all gone now. So, conspiracy theory. Either somebody on the inside said, hey, get this guy, he's been drinking all night, he's dry. Yeah, it's just all theories, man. But it's weird. If they were really concerned about fights and shit, why did they leave 5 minutes before the bar closed? Maybe there was a call that came over the radio and I wasn't listening. It doesn't matter, man. What do y'all... Give me your opinions. We have church bright and early here. All right, good night, Accountability Angel. Thanks for... We got one right there. Midwest Accountability, what's up? All right, we're finna document what this guy's doing. Chuck, what's up, dude? That air conditioner is noisy, man. You'll hear it? Listen. I gotta have them hot. So it's 1:58. There's another cop. I'm telling you, man, it's like they're like flies on shit right here. The bar closes in 3 minutes. We're just gonna sit here and document. Public photography. That's all I'm doing. What's up, Reluctant Prophet? He said put the kratom down. I'm getting out my vape pen, man. There's another one. We're just in here running conspiracy theories, man. It's all right. We're allowed to do that. We're allowed to have our theories. Look, he's just sitting there parked. He's about to give somebody a ride home. I would zoom in, but I noticed every time I zoomed in last night, it actually made it look worse. So I'm not zooming in tonight. He's just parked in the middle of the road. Okay, that's a police officer that is just talking to him through the passenger mirror. Apparently there's another cop parked up there. This is some weird conspiracy theory shit, man. And almost like if you want to really go deep down the rabbit hole, what if they're like targeting young women that come in here, maybe put something in their drinks, get them real drunk, and then when they leave out of here, they're freaking scooped up and forced into human trafficking. And I know that's far-fetched, but dude, you never know what's going on, man. And the way this weird scenario looks, you never know what the hell's going on, man. And these people that are in these freaking government positions and police officers and shit, they are not the nicest people in the world. They don't have integrity. Oh, there ain't no telling what the hell's going on here, man. Here comes the herd of people. Last night we documented people that couldn't even walk on their own. So far tonight I have not seen any of that. If you're just coming in late, this bar is affiliated with the police. From what Bruce told me, as a retired police officer, all the cops hang out here. Even the police officer I was just talking to admitted this bar is affiliated with police, and he says it has the worst reputation for fights and violence. That come out of his own mouth, not mine. Got a cop right next to us. So that's 3 cop cars right here on this corner at one time right now. He just turned on his blue lights. Last night what they were doing, they would turn on their lights and sirens and try to lure me away. Like that cop was on his blue lights when he went by, and he turned on his blue lights, trying to lure me away. And then when I would come back and make the block, I seen cops catching out real quick, like they were in a parking spot. And as soon as I pulled back up in the neighborhood, I documented it last night, man. It was freaking weird. I told you guys to give me your opinions, and I didn't see any opinions. I saw Reluctant Prophets comment, and it freaking messed up my train of thought. Alright, nobody has any opinions. I'm just saying, man, it's fucking weird what's going on here. No other bar would get away with this shit, man. And I think it's messed up, man, that our tax dollars are being wasted to have this many resources at this bar because these people in this bar are over-serving everybody, and all these people know that they can beat the shit out of people every freaking weekend and throw them out here in the streets, and their cop buddies are going to take the person that they beat up to jail, and the people that are inflicting all the violence on everybody aren't going to have any consequences because their uncle's a police officer or they're a police officer. That's what's going on right here, y'all. Or else this violence wouldn't continue every freaking night. People that are friends with the owners and are police officers, they know they can come in here and do whatever the hell they want, kick the shit out of all the outsiders, and they're going to get away with it. And the people they beat up are going to be the ones that get arrested and taken to jail. Or they're the ones that are going to be getting pulled over and getting a DUI. What time is it? They closed 2:06. Yeah, so if anybody wants to know why our tax dollars are being wasted on this amount of resources, for this amount of resources, just to hang outside this shitty ass bar every freaking night. Here they all come. And just the fact that we're sitting out here live streaming and documenting this, we're probably preventing somebody from getting seriously hurt tonight or unlawfully arrested because they know I'm out here live streaming. So they've informed all their buddies inside that I'm out here documenting. So like Chuck Bronson says, we might have saved a life tonight just by sitting out here recording. I don't see anybody. I actually have an Uber pulling up. Yeah, this is definitely a tight-knit group of people. Because all these people that you see outside now, they're all giving each other hugs like they're family and shit. They're giving each other hugs like they're at a family reunion. Now, if you and I go in there as just outsiders, and we don't freaking walk the line that they want us to walk, they'll beat the shit out of us and throw us out here for these cops to grab us and take us and put us in jail. And have all kinds of charges stacked on you. See, now this cop's just gonna sit here. He's right here to my right. But that's all we're doing, man. We're just documenting the resources that the Galveston taxpayers are wasting on this violent bar that has a horrible reputation and is affiliated with the police. There's something wrong here, man. Does anybody freaking agree with me? Turn my lights off. My lights are on automatically. I don't do karaoke. Accountability angel. Documenting the downfall. Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, at the very least, I'm just documenting the amount of resources and tax dollars that are being wasted because this bar won't stop over-serving people and beating the shit out of everybody that they don't get along with. At the bare minimum. But if I'm ever going to get to the bottom of it, it's not going to be sitting out here live streaming, because when I'm live streaming, everybody in the world knows I'm out here. So what normally goes on here right now when they're closing is not happening because, or they're making sure that they hide it very well. But when me and Bruce were here last summer and we were just nonchalantly hanging out on the sidewalks with our phones in our hands, where you see all these cars parked, it would be nothing but police. They would actually block this whole street, nothing but cops. If you wanted to go down this street, you would have to go around the block. And the cops would just sit out in the street and hang out with all these drunks. And give the girls rides homes. We documented all that shit. I documented Sergeant Gaynor picking up drunk girls here before. There's another Uber. And I still got this cop just sitting there. What'd you say, girl with the camera? If they cared about drunk drivers, they would give BA outside the bar instead of... Yeah, but I mean, that would be a violation of Fourth Amendment rights. You can't just freaking give people tests for walking out of a bar. Yeah, if I'm gonna really get to the bottom of anything, we're gonna have to send an undercover in there. Make sure they have a blue line shirt on and a hidden camera. We need to infiltrate that group of people right there, man. It looks like somebody's on their knees in that group. Somebody's on the ground over there, y'all. They're having to help. Somebody fell down and they are literally picking this girl up off the concrete right now. She can't even stand up. Somebody hit the floor over there, y'all. There's two girls trying to help somebody. Cop car's moving. Sorry if we screwed your date up tonight, Calderon. That white car parked there just long enough to block them scooping this girl up off the concrete. Now they're helping her walk. Yeah, but while that white car was parked there, they got that girl up off the freaking sidewalk. One cop pulls away and another cop pulls up. Look at him with his hazard lights on. I think that's a cop. I really can't see with the lights. Courtesy ride. He's going to give these... I don't think that's the police car, y'all. Got an undercover cop right next to me, y'all. They look like they're when another cop just pulled out in that truck. I don't know if y'all saw that, but those red taillights that you see right in front of me, that was a police truck. And I just had a black undercover SUV right next to me. It looked like Detective Jones. And the only reason I know that is because I saw him at that Christmas party that the cops had the other night. He pulled up on the sidewalk and rolled his window down and talked to me. He used to be an officer. They moved him up to detective. He was just right next to me. I looked over and he was next to me, and then he pulled off. Look how drunk all these people are, man. Got another cop right here at the intersection. This girl's wearing a wedding dress, man. Nino again. Uh-oh. That's Nino just trying to distract me. That car right there, y'all, it looks like about 6 people just stuffed themselves into that car. And they just drove off. Now I got Nino coming back. He's right next to me again. Well, I mean, what is the point in driving by and look, he's shining a spotlight. He's shining a spotlight at that group of people. Trying to pick up one of those girls. That's what he's doing. Now he's going to park where he blocks the view. Uh-oh. As soon as they pulled up and turned the blue lights on, that guy pointed out this guy. What'd I tell y'all? I'm just going to sit right here and document this, y'all. The guy that's going to get arrested is going to be the outsider. So the guy in the black shirt got on his phone and snitched on somebody, and that's what's going on, man. We were sitting here watching, nothing. Look, he just pushed him. Look, they're fighting, man. That guy just assaulted that guy. Now watch, he won't go to jail because that's the cops' buddies. They told him to go inside his bar. Now he just assaulted him again. He just pushed him. Wow. Can y'all see that okay? What would happen? Zoom in a little bit. When I zoom in, it really looks shitty, man. Okay. Now they're positioned to where I can't see. But you guys, what would have happened if I wouldn't have been here? They all know I'm here and they still pulled this bullshit. They're trying to get that guy in the red sweatshirt to get arrested. But since they knew that I've been sitting here live streaming and documenting, so it didn't work. Those 2 guys called the cops on that guy in the red shirt. As soon as the cops pulled up, look, we got one next to us. There's that truck. Man, this is crazy, man. That guy who's wearing the red shirt has no idea how freaking lucky he is. He would have got seriously hurt and ended up in jail if I wouldn't have been here. I promise you. They all know I'm sitting here live streaming. It's the first thing those cops said when they got out is, look, that guy is sitting over there live streaming. Good idea, David Stroker. Sorry, y'all, I wasn't zoomed in more, man. But this camera really sucks when I zoom in. And I watched the footage from last night. It was a better shot when I wasn't zoomed in. It was a better picture when I wasn't zoomed in. So that's why I didn't really zoom in that much. That's insane, y'all, because everything that I've been saying is my theory, because it's all, at the end of the day, it's all just a theory. But I pretty much just well documented it right now. That guy in that red shirt has no idea how lucky he is that I've been sitting here, or he was about to be their victim. Here we go. Here they come. Got blue lights down there. They're just trying to distract me. There ain't nothing going on down there. They got out. Let's go look. They got out the car. Something is going on down there. Probably these drunks from this bar walked down there and got in a fight. Alright, let me zoom out, man. There we go. Yep, there is something going on right here. It's the same guys that were just starting shit over there. Now they're starting shit down here. It's the same guys that just started shit over there. Look, they called him back. These are the same two that just started shit in front of that bar. They didn't get their way, so they called the cops again. They walked down the sidewalk and called them back. These two guys were assaulting each other a minute ago, and the cops didn't do nothing to them. The guy in the black shirt assaulted the other guy right in front of the cops. Pushed him twice. But now they're together like they're buddies. I'm not sure what's going on, man. I'm just speculating. That guy's a drunk troublemaker, it seems like. Can you see it pretty good, Kersey? Okay, cool, y'all. I'm not getting out and getting on the sidewalk. These drunk, violent people will kick the shit out of me, and then the cops will take me to jail. You heard him, he just said, I love you guys, but fuck, my shoulder's hurting holding this camera. He's really drunk. I think he's mad because they didn't follow the thin blue line code. They just told him I'm live streaming because he just looked dead at me. Now look, y'all. If that was one of us, an outsider that came out of that bar and was doing that shit, at the least, we would get drunk and disorderly. He can't even hold his phone. He done dropped his phone twice. At the very least, we'd be public drunk, disorderly conduct. But that's their blue line buddies. They let them go. This is the second time they had to pull up on these guys. Hey, Waco Cop Watch, thanks for the $5, man. All right, now they're leaving. They're free to go. Started 2 altercations. I documented them. The weird thing is the two guys that were assaulting each other in front of the cops are still together and they're walking off together right now. That's what's weird about it. So it doesn't really make sense to me. I'm just guessing, man. I don't know what the hell happened in front of the bar, but it's the cops pulled up on him. Oh, we got blue lights over here too, y'all. What the hell's going? Never mind. That's the reflection out of the window. Make the block once or twice and okay, now y'all see all the chaos that just happened outside that bar. Now let's go down this street right here that has 10 times more bars than that street and watch how just nice and peaceful and lovely everything is. Which that's is it this road or the next road? It's the next road. Almost every other building on this street is a bar. But watch how peaceful and quiet it is. You don't see people falling down drunk on the sidewalks. You don't even see anybody. It's completely empty. The bar's closed at 2. The doors are locked. The bars have already been cleaned out and the fucking chairs are on the tables. That's the difference between over here and where we just left. It's owned by the police. That bar that's owned by the police, there's blood on the floor right now. I promise you. We got cops right here to the right of me. Go ahead, man. He wants me to go so he can get behind me. I got a cop in front of me and to the right of me. Yeah. The whole street's empty, man. The people have already cleaned and mopped the floors. Put the chairs up on the table. Go by this bar over here that's police affiliated. The drunks are still hanging out all over the freaking porch, falling down drunk, fighting. I'm gonna just pull up right here real quick. We're back at the bar. Look, all the people are still fucking. The guy in the red shirt's still there, and there's another guy up there. Still people hanging out outside. And I guarantee you, there's still a shitload of people inside, and they're all drinking and getting drunk. The bar owners and fucking cops that are above the law. Nobody's going in there and making sure that they stop serving alcohol after 2. All those other bars know better. They're all freaking already closed. Everybody's gone. They don't get away with it, but this bar does. I guarantee you. I wish I had somebody I could send in there right now, man. Anyway, that was interesting, man. It's our tax dollars, man. We have a right to know why all those cops' resources have to be wasted at that bar. And no other bars have that problem. gonna find out who owns that damn bar, man. I think Calderon was lying to me. Oh, it's a police officer's brother, I thought. Look, if that's true, that's still police affiliated bar. Just the fact that when I left that Christmas party, all the drunk cops said that they were going to Buckshots. It's just well known. Everybody in this town knows that that's a cop hangout. That's why it's dangerous if you're a tourist and you don't know any better and you go in there, you become a target real quick. Those guys are thirsty for blood, and they're not going to beat up their own. Let's get the heck out of here, man. Appreciate everybody that donated and bought memberships, man. It really helps. Especially because at the beginning of this live stream, they were playing at that traffic stop. It was right next to a bar. They were playing copyrighted music, so this live stream will get a copyright claim on it. That's for damn sure. I don't think they can take my donations and super chats on a copyright. No, they can't. They cannot do that. Something's going on here. I've got too much moisture. Wingspan Angel, what's up? My gas light just came on. These fucking red lights on the street, man, are horribly timed. Look, that one turns green and this one turns red at the same exact time. It's almost like those people at that bar think they're above the law. Rules for thee, but not for me. Almost reminds me of, let me think. Cops. I think I've documented enough to at least make my theories seem plausible to most people that have basic critical thinking skills. I think I've made my points, or at least raised good questions. Let's put it that way. I haven't proven anything, but I think I've raised some good questions. Like, what the hell is going on there, man? Like, if you wander in that bar, if you're a tourist and you wander in that bar, your life is probably in danger. We'll keep an eye on it, everybody. I need to go to the library and do some searches and see if that bar's ever been in the news before. freaking humidity around here is horrible. Documented some Fourth Amendment violations earlier tonight. Either, let me rephrase that. It was either Fourth Amendment violations or they intimidated the homeless people into giving consent. Because the homeless people don't know any better. They don't know their rights. They think they have to. They think when the cop says, you know, I'm just gonna see what's in your pockets. Is that okay? They think they have to say yes. They don't realize they're allowed to say no. And if they probably said no in the past and got the shit beat out of them. Damn, I had a cop trailing me. 2 of them right there. Look at that. As soon as I pulled in, there's 2 of them right there. That's why it's dangerous, man, live streaming and riding around. They know everywhere I'm going, there's one right there. That's alright, we're gonna just pull in here and get some gas. That's what I pulled in here to do. I want to make sure I can see him. Oh, that's Haynes. That's the guy. He let me search his car last night. He's giving a courtesy ride. He seemed pretty decent, man. I don't know really a whole lot about him, but you see it right there. I just documented he's giving somebody a courtesy ride. All right, I'm gonna pump some gas, y'all. He probably just got done towing that guy's car. So the least he could do is give him a ride. So, yeah, the guy's just sitting there. He probably just arrested his friend and towed his car. Like I said earlier, man, they're allowed to give courtesy rides. It's their discretion. I'm dying to know what happened before he got in that car. Last night I documented they pulled a guy over, the 2 lady cops, I can't remember their names. I have them at home documented in my video files. Pulled the guy over, towed his car, and refused to give him a courtesy ride to work, which was 5 minutes down the road. And I ended up giving the guys a ride to work. I had that documented last night in the live stream. I mistakenly misunderstood the guy. I thought he said his car broke down and he got his car towed. But when I dropped him off at his job, he told me, and he said, no, they pulled me over. He said, I said my car broke down. I was talking about last night or some shit. I completely misunderstood him. But I told you guys on the live stream that his car broke down and they towed it. But that's not what happened. He definitely got pulled over. And they towed his shit and refused to give him a courtesy ride. So that just goes to show you, man, the cops that are decent might give somebody a ride. The cops that aren't decent won't, unless they're hanging out outside that bar and you're falling down drunk and you got boobs, you know. It's a doggy dog world. Yeah, this truck was thirsty, man. Good night, Wingspan. I'm fixing to end this too, man, as soon as I get the frick up out of here. Something strange in the neighborhood. Who you gonna call? I thought Accountability Angel said she was going to bed an hour ago. I must have misread. Oh, I just put 45 bucks in gas in here and it only filled it up 3/4 of the way. Yeah, you're right, Matt. Business expense. I'll write that shit off. Oh, cop's sitting right there on the side of the road. Nice try, buddy. They did that last night as I drove out. See, they're watching my live stream. They watch my live stream come all the way down here. Because this is like the last little bit of the Galveston city limits. The causeway's right up here. I don't know. He might. They might have. I see them pulling cars over right here a lot, but I don't record traffic stops on interstates or highways, man. And they pull a lot of cars over on this causeway, especially DPS, Department of Public Safety. Waco Cop Watch, thank you for the $5. Dang, I can't read, man, while I'm driving with the little print. I'll read it when I get parked. I appreciate that, though. But DPS, which is basically state troopers, they're called Department of Public Safety. They pull a shitload of people over on the causeway, man. And it's so dangerous, man. I refuse to film a traffic stop on this causeway or the interstate. I mean, it is not worth me getting ready. It's not worth my safety. And if these officers were really worried about officers' safety as much as they say they are, they wouldn't be pulling cars over on these interstates and bridges. It is super freaking dangerous. As a matter of fact, statistically, the majority of cops that are killed in the line of duty are killed on the side of the road getting hit by cars. Hey, thanks for the membership, King Chow Chow. I appreciate that. Statistically, the majority of their deaths are getting hit by cars while they're on the side of the road stealing money. And if they were really concerned about officer safety, they would tell them not to pull over cars on the interstates or bridges unless it is an absolute necessity, a serious crime. But they don't do that. They encourage these officers to keep doing it because their main goal is revenue collection. And they know if that cop gets hit and gets taken out by another car, there's a million other freaking people that are lined up willing to take his job and will do whatever the hell they're told for a paycheck. Somebody's riding right on my ass, man. I think that's that cop that was sitting back there, man. Am I finna get pulled over? I'm getting tailgated, y'all. Damn, I'm still in Galveston. I just realized that. There's the sign. Sure looks like a cop, y'all. Right behind me. It was. He just turned on his blue lights and he just turned on blue lights and exited, man. He was fucking with me. I didn't document it, but he's right there next to me. Wow. That was a cop. I wish he'd have pulled me over. That would have went viral. That was him. I was right. They were watching my live stream. I should have flipped the camera around, man. Sorry, y'all. That was funny. All right, I just left Galveston, so I'm gonna end this, y'all. I'm going home and going to bed. I'm tired. That's why I stayed live, because I figured they were gonna pull that shit, what they just did. Maybe he got up behind me and then realized who I was and was like, no, I'm not pulling over Harvey. I think I was speeding, but that'd have been a good video. Those videos of people getting pulled over that know their rights, those are the best videos, man. Because if you're gonna steal my money for going a little bit over the speed limit, I'm gonna make sure I redress the fuck out of you. And I'm gonna embarrass the shit out of you. And I'm gonna post that shit all over the internet. I'm gonna make my money back from that ticket you write me if you pull me over and give me a ticket. So I really honestly would have, that'd have been nice if he'd have pulled me over. That'd have been great. Anyways, I digress. I'm going home, y'all. Much love. Good night.